Hey guys, welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with me, your host, Jason Hook. It's been a couple weeks. I don't know if anybody watching this lives in the Northeast, but you probably saw that we decided to have our whole winter in the last 2 weeks. And again tomorrow and the day after. So, snow's on the way, and it's been snowing. But anyways, I went to a flea market a couple weeks ago in Brockton and picked up a bunch of cassette tapes, so that's what this video is going to be about. But the first, what we're listening to, if you guys can hear it, is, I didn't pick this up at the flea market, but this is Siege, Drop Dead 30th Anniversary, and it's distributed by Armageddon. So I actually own this on several different formats. I believe I have it on record. I know I have a tape with a different cover. I think I have a mixtape from years when I was younger. I might have this on some sort of CD. But they had this right up next to the register, so I couldn't pass it up. So if you guys don't know Siege, they're a hardcore band, well, from Weymouth, Massachusetts. South Shore. This came out in 1986, or 84, I believe. These guys kind of invented a sound. They were doing like a power violence, like right here. I mean, come on, conform. Anyways, they're doing that kind of like a power violence grind, pre-power violence grind, like very, very early, very, very weird from a small suburban area of Massachusetts. You guys can find this thing anywhere. It's classic. You need it. I know Rob Williams, the drummer, and the guitar player Kurt still play out in a version of Siege. I don't know if they're done. The singer Kevin Mahoney unfortunately passed away a few years ago. But this is just classic. I mean, if you don't know, you should. If you don't know now, you do. I don't know if it's loud enough, so we'll find out if I watch it playback, but I'll put a link below. Alright, so first here, so we got going on here. Let me move my drink. I haven't shaved or cut. This is full-blown winter, Jason. So the first tape here is going to be Iron Maiden's Peace of Mind with expanded dynamic range. It's actually in pretty good condition for 1983. This was the first Iron Maiden tape I actually ever heard, or Iron Maiden I ever heard. To all headbangers, earth dogs, hell rats, and rivet heads everywhere. Thanks, and see you on the World Peace Tour 83. Come on, you irons. I love this shit. This has all the classics on it. You know, for you guys, I'm sure you all know who Iron Maiden is, but it's got Where Eagles Dare, Revelations, Flight of the Icarus, Die With Your Boots On, and then goes right side to The Trooper, Still Life, Quest for Fire, Sun and Steel, and A Tame of Land. It's just classic Maiden. I started looking up printings for tapes. Sometimes the tapes are white, sometimes they're clear. I don't really know. I paid $1 a piece for everything you're about to see. The Siege tape, I think it was like $5. It was at like I said, it was at the counter at Armageddon. It was perfect product placement. I was standing there, not to get off Maiden, but I was standing there with a tape and I was like buying a bunch of records. I just kind of was like, because it was sitting right there. So I did. The funny thing is, this is the 30th anniversary, but it came out in 2016, so technically it's the 32nd anniversary. But anyways, well, I don't know why I'm going back. But this is Iron Maiden's Peace of Mind. Next, we have a tape that I think everybody has owned or should own. And I'm going to take it out of the case because it's just a glare. But this is Ramones Mania. This is actually the first Ramones I ever owned myself. This came out in 1988. It's a greatest hits. It's a greatest hits record. It's out on Sire. It's possibly one of the greatest hits collections of all time. You can't, like, and the B-side is very later Ramones-y, except for the end. It's got Somebody Put Something on My Drink, but then it's got Chinese Rock, The KKK Took My Baby Away, Indian Giver, Rock and Roll High School, I Just Want to Have Something to Do. Starts right off with I Want to Be Sedated, Teenage Lobotomy, Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio? It's just a classic, greatest hits. You can't see the glare right here. On the back here, it's got all the gravestones with all the records that came out up to 88. There's a little written thing here that, honestly, I didn't read. I think I actually read it before. It's just a history of the Ramones. I think everyone I know has owned this. I've owned this on CD, I think, 3 or 4 times and lost them. I saw it for a tape. Again, it was $1. But that's the Ramones Mania. The record cover there, it's just all the different Ramones flyers and records and stickers and pins and just random Ramones stuff. Next we have a band I talked about in the past. This is The Exploited, Live Lewd Lust. This is a really, really awesome tape here. It's a live record, but it's really good quality for a live record. Usually they don't sound that great. But think about this, that these were all recorded over different times. So the first 3 tracks are from England in 1985. Track 6 is New York in 85. Track 4 and 5 is Hamburg in 1981. Side 1, track 7, and side 2, tracks 1 through 7 is Scotland in 81 from the Apocalypse Now tour. And then I did one song from Yugoslavia in 85 and Germany in 86. So it's over like a 5-6 year period. These are all recorded. And it's basically all their hits. It's got a little written thing here about punk and how the Exploited came to be. These guys are classic UK 82, just actually 79 is when they formed. Just punk, just fucking straight up punk band. Waddy the singer is famous for just being Waddy. You know, Charge. That's him right there on the cover. But that's Exploded, Live Lewd Lust on Grand Slam Records, which is awesome because it's a baseball diamond and a dude hitting a home run, which is cool. So, do that one in a minute. I'm kind of just grabbing them here. Next, we have a local band that I saw all the time in the 90s and the early 2000s. This is Toxic Narcotic, Populution. These guys played literally every show. If you have not seen Toxic Narcotic and you're my age and went to shows, when I went to shows, you must have performed a miracle. Because they must have played every show ever. This came out in 1992. It's got red print on the tape. This is a demo. I believe it's 4 songs. Yeah, it's 4 songs and it's the same on each side. This came out as a 7-inch, but the last song is different. I wrote it down. Yeah, Smack Happy's on here, but on the 7-inch, I believe it's a song called Rock Monster. And this is their first release. It's Road and Popsicle Records, which was run by the singer of the band, Bill. Sorry, Bill. I forgot. These guys mix like a crust hardcore sound. Punk hardcore crust sound. Just very heavy, very like bass, just like up front. The song Believin's on here, which is I think the link I'm going to post, which I think is like a really awesome song. Some people here are hit or miss with Toxic. This stuff right here you can't get away from. I think they overkilled it a little bit. They just played a lot, guys. Like I'm saying, I know there's going to be people watching this video that are going to comment below, like, they played a lot. Like, I saw them a couple times in a week before. They would just play every show. And they started doing crossover. They play a lot of punk shows. They mixed into some hardcore shows. But this takes in pretty decent shape. I actually never had one of these. But it's Populution by Toxic Narcotic. I'm flying through here. It's 8 minutes in. Take a sip of my drink. Some of these tapes I want to get a little bit more into here. Next I have Destruction, Cracked Brain. German thrash metal here. This came out in 1990. It's on Noise International Records. But the funny thing is if you guys, a certain age will remember this one. It's got a BMG tag on it, so it's actually made for BMG if you guys ever did the mail order. So it's got a different barcode. It's kind of like, it's got the BMG logo on the tape as well, which means that this was specifically made for BMG, so you can order, 10 for a penny or whatever they did. And the bummer about this one is it does have a promo drill in it, and it's drilled through here. And it actually has a little bit of damage on the tape. Yeah, it's like a little corner here. You can see a little scraped up, a little bit of damage on the tape. My nail's scraped. Broken nail today. This is German straightforward thrash metal. It's pretty cool stuff. There's a version of My Sharona on here that's horrible though. I mean, I know some people might not agree with me, but it's pretty fucking bad in my opinion. The cover art's sick. You got a metalhead dude sitting in his room. It's a mess. His brain's cracked. There's some sort of demon with a cross coming out. These guys are sick. I bought the LP, well, a 12-inch single from them a while ago. I showed one of my last videos. I dug it. It's, pretty straightforward German thrash. 80s thrash, not pizza thrash. This one I think is a little bit more, I don't know, mainstreamish though than the other one. Like, I don't know, they're trying to make it, I don't know. But that My Sharona thing's a real killer for me. Out of New York. But yeah, manufactured and distributed in the USA by BMG Music. But that's Destruction Cracked Brain. Again, I paid $1 a piece for these. What else we have here? Oh, we'll go with this one. Hey, we have a copy of Misfits Earth AD on cassette. I've whined about Misfits stuff on here before. I have a little bit of something written down. This is from 1988. Clear tape here. It's on Hellbent Music, unauthorized, duplication prohibited. It does have the Plan 9 logo right there. It says cassette. It's got nothing in it. It's got no insert or anything, no lyrics or anything. That's got the Caroline logo on here too. So, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, this is probably legit. I don't know what year this is or what pressing of this is. Misfit shit is so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, who knows what's what or when comes out when. But I just saw this, I had to grab it. I never had any Misfits on cassette except for like a mixtape a friend made or something. So I just wanted a legit cassette, so I grabbed that. Classic, New Jersey horror punk, one of the first bands. Danzig went on to be Danzig, which we can get into in a minute. Danzig went on to be, Danzig. This is him teenage punk band. Speaking of that, then we have Danzig. This is his first solo release. Well, not his first solo release. Well, first release is Danzig. The lineup on this band is pretty sick. I mean, if you guys know, let's point him out real quick. It's Chuck Biscuits, who played drums in DOA, and he was in Black Flag for a bit. This is on Def Jam. It's got like the Def Jam, that's the Earth logo here. I was late to Danzig besides the song Mother, which blew up which is on this record. But this one was, when did this come out? I just have the date. This came out in 1988. I think in 1992, Mother was re-released and had the video on MTV, and that's when I heard it for the first time. This is back in MTV days. Headbangers Ball. There was no YouTube or Apple Music or iTunes or any of that shit, so you had to just kind of stumble on shit. So I did get into this late, I'll openly admit it. Produced by Rick Rubin. But this is the first one. It's classic classic post-Misfits Danzig. Very dramatic. Before he kind of lost his voice. I dig it. I had a chance to get it, like I said. It's partied on, rode pretty hard. So, that's that. Let me flip the cassette. Again, look over the shoulder. Look outside at our last glimpse of sunlight before we get a blizzard. The siege tape is pretty short, so we might have to put something on after this. I don't want to make a super short video, but I don't want to make a long one. I'm just talking to myself. I'm going to sit my Josh Ralph from Blood for Blood's podcast here. So Google this. Look it up on the YouTubes. Next I have the Live Undead Slayer tape. Now there's always been controversy about this record as if it's actually a live, quote-unquote live record. Story is that they say it was live, it was recorded in a room with people, but that could be different than a live. Like, you hear people cheering and stuff, but then it also has recordings on it too. So it's always been a rumor, it's always been a tongue-in-cheek. But it came out on Metal Blade, 1983-84, just clear tape. There you go, that's cool. Slayer. And it comes with an order form, which I love these order forms. Brand new shirt, 2-color, 2-sided. New design, Ralph the Reaper Metal Blade logo. Heavy Metal Future is now, $10. Oh man, I want to get the Metal Blade tour jacket. 100% bridal satin. Axe logo, 75 beans, man. Oh, the button even looks cool. T-shirts, $10. So I'm sorry, guys. So you got all the shirts, and maybe I'll send away for some shit. Let's see what the releases. Do they have any release? No, it's just all t-shirts, button, Metal Blade Fan Club. You get the shirt, the button, and the bi-monthly newsletter for a year for $15. That's not bad. And I'm gonna order the jacket for $75. No releases for sale though. That's weird. Money order, cashier's check, personal check. Personal check takes 5 to 6 weeks. Cashier's check is 4 to 5. Anyway, I'm sorry guys. I'm digressing here. I should have done this before, but anyways, this is Slayer. Slayer's Live Undead. It's pretty classic record. It's fucking awesome. It's just a question of, is it a live record? I mean, they might have played it live, but it wasn't like it was recorded at a hall. It was in a room. That's the rumor. But Slayer's Live Undead. Again, there's 50,000 versions of this. This is Metal Blade. I don't know what year it is. I might have wrote something down for it. Tape from 1987. So, it came out in 84. I mean, I don't know. But you guys know what this shit is. If you don't know, now you do. Next, we have a personal favorite of mine. We got Manowar's Kings of Metal. This is the only one where the tape was kind of... The case was kind of trash. The tape's fine. It sounds great. Again, just clear tape. This came out in 1988. This is Ross the Boss's last record before he quit. This is also the drummer Scott Columbus left after this came out. There's 6 LP here. Columbia House, made for Columbia House under license. So this is another mail away one. I didn't notice that. You know, it kind of bums me out that there's almost like a whole wave of kids that are never going to know about like BMG and Columbia House. Damn shame. But, so in here you got the cover art, which is awesome. You got all the lyrics on here. You have a lot of shout-outs. People they think, like, literally, it's like fucking crew, man. Those who made our stay in Chicago one hell of a good time, and they just named names of people from Chicago. Diamond for the first annual Eric Adams Candleless birthday party, and all of our true brothers in metal who we partied and drank up a storm with. All the wild animals at the Thirsty Whale shows who screamed Kings of Metal. All the horny pleasure slaves of Chicago. We had some fun girls. We'll be back. But you guys know Manowar. They're like anthemic metal. I don't want to say power metal. They're definitely over the top. These guys are fucking sick. I saw them in the early 2000s, and it was everything you thought it would be. If you guys have never seen Manowar or always wanted to see Manowar, it's everything you think it's going to be. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Wheels of Fire is one of my favorite songs. This is a Heart of Steel. I've requested to be played at my funeral numerous times. It's now on video. So if I go unplanned, it's up to you guys to make sure that it's played. I want to see tears, and I want to see you guys doing the Manowar over my casket. But yeah, I dig this band. I couldn't pass this up for a buck. Again, this is another thing I've had on CD. I've had on, I think I own a repress. I don't know if, I might have an original. I didn't have it on cassette, so now I do. So, that's Kings of Metal. Wearing jeans and leather, not crackerjack clothes, man. Next I have Sepultura here with Morbid Visions, but it includes the Bestial Devastation EP. This I couldn't find anything on. This version I have, it's on Roadrunner. It has a Roadrunner logo. Like I said, I didn't go too deep into these, but this thing looks pretty new, so I don't know if it's a bootleg or a newer repress of it. I didn't bother to look it up. The thing looks untouched. But this is Sepultura kind of funk metal Sepultura, which I also kind of dig that era too. That was the era I first heard. This is more when they're more death metal. You know, from Brazil. So, you open this up. I mean, if this is an original, someone bought this and never listened to it. It's got the Cavalera brothers in it. So if you guys know anything about this, because this is clean looking. This thing, I mean, that's why I thought it might have been a new repress. But this is pretty good looking for 1985. I think the tape came out. 85, 86, maybe the tape maybe from the 90s. I just wrote down bootleg question mark because this is really clean. It looks new. I mean, 92, that's even 26 years ago. But it's got shot there. And guess what else we have here, guys? We got a blue-gray border form. So, I can order the Annihilator shirt for $14. Sepultura, Sepultura, Obituary, Sadist, Deicide, Defiance. Defiance. 1990 tour shirt. Is that the Punk Defiance? Sepultura hat. Beneath the Rains, man. It's only $12. Obituary and Deicide. Many of the RC Roadrunner CDs and cassettes like King Diamond and Sodom that you can't find in your local store are available through us. All of our t-shirts are 100% cotton, pre-shrunk, and double-sided. Please circle your choice and return this page whole to the Blue Grape merchandise. Please not send cash money orders and checks only. At $1.50 for postage and handling each item. Tax. Cool. Old school order forms in records, man. But yeah, this is really clean and nice looking. So 1992, maybe a bootleg, maybe a Roadrunner record store day thing I just wasn't paying attention to. Maybe just someone who was really like Sepultura booted it. I don't know. Sounds great. It's more death metal than the Sepultura, which I know a lot of people might know. I know a lot of people watching this know what I'm talking about. But that's the Morbid Visions and the Bestial Devastation EP. Brazil, grind, death metal. We're almost done, guys. So, next I got with this, the Metallica 598 EP. Garage Days Revisited. So this was Jason Newsted's first recording with Metallica. I did write something down about this so I can remember it. Alright, this came out in 1987. So it's right as Cliff has passed away in the bus accident. This just has 5 covers on it. You got I wrote the bands down so I don't want to fuck them up for you. Or they're sitting right here. So you got Diamond Head, Holocaust, Killing Joke, Budgie, and the Misfits, and then 2 seconds of Run to the Hills. Then it cuts off. It says in here, I mean, who knows if it's true. Under the direction of Master J. New Kid, which was Jason Newsted, just joined the band. To break it in, we started bashing out some old tunes we dig. Tunes is cross out, we dig. Favorites of ours in true Metallicats fashion. After a bit, we thought it would be fun to record and release them. So in early July, we flipped down to LA and did it in 6 days. But at the same time, it took to load in the gear on the last album. Like the first Garage Days Revisited, these are cover tunes and you shouldn't take this all too seriously because we don't enjoy. So basically, it's just, they just throw it together. They threw it together, kind of like the other, that 12-inch EP I showed you guys before that I got. It's just, they rushed it together. The 5.9, I paid $1, so I saved $4.98 on it. Again, this is kind of beat up. It's all you need. 4-song banger. Last Caress and Green Hell. Each side of this cassette contains full program, not very produced by Metallica. So, yeah. You guys all know what this is. Couldn't pass it up for a buck. Now, the final tape we have is something that I've actually been on the look for a while. I don't own it on vinyl, but I've been on the look on one of these actual cassettes because I just think it's cool. It's the Pantera Power Metal cassette. If you guys that don't know, Pantera before they were Pantera, well, they've always been Pantera, were kind of like a hair metal band. Same lineup and everything. They didn't change the lineup at all. And they're actually not bad for like hairish metal or what they were trying to do at the time. You can definitely tell it was going to go a different direction. The song's a little bit more faster and dirtier. So it's not shocking they became what they became. But the funny thing about this, so what you got here is, the glare to ruin it. What you got here is, check this out. This Phil. You got Dimebag here, you got Vinnie Paul, and you got Rex here. And these, they're straight up teased out hair, eyeliner wearing, leather glove, just hair metal bros on this one. And the funny thing about this is Rex went by Rex Rocker, and then he changed Rex Brown, I believe is his real name, after this. But it's just, it's if I played you this, and then played you, Vulgar Display of Power, you would not think they were the same band. Phil definitely does a falsetto, like, a couple parts. It's not horrible, but it's on Metal Magic Records and Tapes, 1988, this thing came out. They say some funny stuff in here. Alright, there you go. Okay. One humongous thanks to all the great heavy metal mags and fan scenes around the world, about 20 exclamation points. And last but most of all, thanks to you. That's right, you. The great Pantera fans worldwide. See you soon on the Rock the World Tour 88. So, yeah, so it's Pantera. Oh, I can join the fan club. I should send a thing to Arlington, Texas. And it's got their other, they had releases before this that were kind of in the same ilk, but there's definitely they're definitely a different sound than the Pantera that a lot of people know. I saw this and had to grab it, especially for a buck. I had to have it just to have it. I've already listened to it like 4 times. My friends are like, we like talk about it and stuff. But like, look at how simplistic it is. It's just the cover art and then the songs. There's no like thrills. The insert's actually nicer than I thought. I know these are on vinyl too, but I don't know if they're like collectible or anything. I think a lot of people might have smashed them or just pretend they don't exist. I don't wonder if the band probably pretends they don't exist. So that's all I got. I got some more tapes. I'll save them for the next video. A reminder, again, Common Ground Flea Market, a little thing me and my friends are throwing together April 21st here in the South Shore in Hanson. Any questions, feel free to ask. If you live in the area, please come. You Boston heads that make videos, it's Record Store Day. So hit us up between. We're going to have cooler shit than probably most of the stuff that comes out on Record Store Day. Just my opinion. And again, also have these Bones Brigade 7 inches that I made covers for a party I threw. I'll have some of those at the flea market. If you're interested or if you want one, shoot me a message below. We'll figure something out. That's all I got. You guys up here in the Northeast, stay warm, stay safe. It's going to give you a shitstorm, probably for 14 inches I'm hearing. Starting tomorrow morning into Thursday. I'll make a little bit extra scratch, but it still sucks. I'm seeing Judas Priest on Friday. I'm stoked for that. So, and I got the CD in the mail yesterday because my wife bought me tickets for Christmas. I got the CD for free, so that's cool. So I listened to a little bit of it, not enough to really talk about it yet. My next video I'll talk about it, but that's all I got. So have a good one, guys. Later. Ugh.